That'll be incredible as we welcome you back here on NFL Live. Stu Scott, the best there is. All right, time to see what's on trend around the league, starting with Caleb Williams out in Chicago. Williams has avoided trouble this season, 12 scrambles of at least 10 yards. Only Patrick Mahomes has more. And 2 games this season without being sacked. That didn't happen once last season. Dan, does that trend continue against the Steelers?
Yeah, big time. So I have called these in the past hidden yards by quarterback McAfee. Pat McAfee has said that's a special teams thing. I'm going to call them bonus yards, okay? Ooh. So this ball is going to get snapped from the 26-yard line. There's a play-action pass. He gets to the top. There's that defender. More often than not, this is a sack. This sack would be an 8-yard loss. Instead, Caleb spins out of it, keeps his eyes down the field, takes off, and turns it into a 8-yard gain. But it's not just an 8-yard gain. There's the difference of 16 yards there, right? Again, ball snapped on the 27.5-yard line. Caleb drops back to pass. There's no one to set. He scrambles in the pocket. Right in this moment, this would be a 10-yard loss, okay, from the line of scrimmage. Somehow finds a 6-yard gain. Not a 6-yard gain. There's another 16 yards there. There's 32 bonus yards just in that play. This time, ball is going to get snapped from that 33-yard line. There's a play-action fake. We get beat internally, scramble mode. I'm all the way back 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Most quarterbacks are going to go down here, get sacked. Instead of it being an 8-yard loss, Caleb takes off and turns this into a 14.5-yard gain, 22.5 yards. There's those bonus yards. Those 3 plays right there are 54.5 yards. He had 68 in that game. So the bonus yards that he's created because of the athleticism and just the creativity to get yourself out of problems, it's been tremendously impactful. And they don't show up in box scores. Those things don't show up in box scores.
Last year, he wasn't doing that.
Yeah. Last year, those were sacks.
Of course.
Did you do the math in your head as you were talking, or before the show, did you already determine these are the numbers?
Numbers guy.
Dan is pretty good at, like, arithmetic on the fly.
Numbers guy. Can't tell you what a verb is, though.
We know. All right, to San Francisco, the 49ers quarterback camp this season. We've seen a stark contrast in pressures and sacks. Brock Purdy getting pressured far more often, but sacked nearly half as much. Expect more of the same from Purdy this week against the Panthers on Monday Night Football.
Like, no way.
I ain't finna cap to y'all. I ain't weighing myself in a minute, but I know.
Bro, what do you mean? You got weigh-ins every week.
Look.
Yeah. Look, he trying to get away. I ain't weighing myself in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
I'm 311.
I knew it.
I ain't knew it.
311
at 10.
311.
At
Really
10
see,
That's what 311 looks like, right there.
There goes Daniel. Yeah, you're the one going in there, just giving a little shoulder. That second effort was crazy. Look at this.
Oh my
You're
God.
DJ Turner right here.
This is why Little League football has weight limits of who can carry the football or not.
You know what you got to do there, Daniel?
Go low.
Yeah, you got to just snipe
My favorite
low.
player to watch in the NFL.
You don't run in up high with your shoulder.
On we go. Let me get on to this because we got a serious topic going on right now in Atlanta.
This is Steelers Nation Wire, and today we're diving into one of the most fascinating behind-the-scenes stories to hit Pittsburgh in a long time. A story that not only connects 2 eras of football, but exposes just how hard the Steelers have been fighting to solidify the wide receiver room ever since the departure of their last true WR2 threat. A story that stretches from Russell Wilson's time in Pittsburgh to Johnny Manziel's podcast to Seattle to Tennessee and comes all the way back to the most important thing happening right now. Roman Wilson becoming the long-awaited answer in a position the Steelers have been struggling to fill. Because if there was one thing Steelers fans already know, it's this. Finding a reliable wide receiver 2 in Pittsburgh has been a roller coaster, year after year, season after season. From veterans who didn't fit, to young players who never stepped up, to frustrating experiments that never delivered, this search has haunted the Steelers' offense through 2 completely different quarterbacks, multiple coordinators, and now into the DK Metcalf era. And today we uncovered the truth about just how far that search went. Because the Steelers almost brought back one of the most talented and most polarizing receivers of his generation, Josh Gordon. Yes, you heard that right. The same Josh Gordon who once dominated the NFL with 1,646 yards in just 14 games. The same Josh Gordon who was a phenomenon, a highlight machine, a matchup nightmare. And the same Josh Gordon whose career spiraled because of off-field struggles, multiple suspensions, and a heartbreaking series of lost opportunities. On the Glory Days podcast with Johnny Manziel, Gordon himself revealed the truth. He said that Russell Wilson, last year's starting quarterback for the Steelers, actually tried to recruit him to Pittsburgh. Russell reached out, made the call personally, and pitched him on joining the Steelers. He told him he wanted him in black and gold. He wanted that connection again. He wanted that spark. He wanted that talent. He explained it himself. Russell, he even called me wanting to go. He's like, hey man, let me see if I can get you in with the Pittsburgh Steelers when I was already done and out of Tennessee. What does this mean? It means that last season, the Russell Wilson-led Steelers were desperate for a WR2 solution. They ran through options. They experimented. They tried combinations. Calvin Austin III was tested early, then mid-season, then late, and it simply never clicked. Austin couldn't become what the team needed, whether it was size limitations, inconsistencies, or simply not being the fit Russell wanted. The position never stabilized. Russell wanted a big body, strong hands, contested catchability, experience, and explosiveness. And say what you want about Josh Gordon's career path, but when he was right, he had all of those things. Even late into his career, coaches still believed in his natural ability. Even as the suspensions piled up, his talent never became the issue. His availability did. Gordon and Russell had chemistry from their short time in Seattle. They talked, they bonded, they developed trust. And Russell clearly felt Gordon still had something left in him, enough to contribute, enough to help the Steelers' offense, enough to be that missing piece the team could not find. But the move never happened. It stalled. It faded. It became one of those almost stories that fans never hear about until a podcast clip drops years later. And honestly, in the long run, that might have been a blessing. Because at the end of the day, the Steelers needed long-term stability, not a temporary patch, not a veteran stopgap, not a last hope flyer. They needed someone young, someone explosive, someone moldable, someone hungry, someone capable of growing into a genuine WR2 beside DK Metcalf, who continues to be one of the most dominant physical receivers in the NFL today. And that's exactly why today's story matters, because the narrative has shifted. The Steelers no longer need to search desperately for answers. They found one. His name is Roman Wilson. While the shadows of the past, the searches, the failed attempts, the what-ifs reveal how deep this need was, Roman Wilson is now stepping into the moment that so many others could not. He is young. He is fast. He is sharp. He understands spacing. He accelerates differently. He creates separation. He has a fearlessness at the catch point that coaches love. And he is earning trust week by week. The Steelers tested Calvin Austin once again, and it did not work. Austin's burst is real. His speed is real. But Pittsburgh needs more than speed. They need consistency. They need reliability. They need timing. They need someone defenses cannot push around at the line. They need a player who can elevate when DK Metcalf draws double coverage. And Roman Wilson has already started becoming that. The Steelers' coaching staff has made it clear. Roman Wilson is now the next man up, and not just as a placeholder. They believe he may be the real answer at WR2 for the remainder of the season and beyond. And the timing could not be more perfect, because Pittsburgh is entering a critical stretch. They are pushing for playoff seeding, they are fighting for position in the AFC North, they are dealing with injuries at key points. They are adjusting, adapting, surviving, and growing in real time. The offense is evolving, and Roman Wilson is becoming a part of that evolution. His snap count is rising, his routes are expanding, his confidence is growing, and the coaching staff has made it very clear they want to feature him more. Meanwhile, DK Metcalf is playing some of the best football of his career. His physical dominance is unmatched. His ability to draw safety help opens up the entire field. And with the right WR2, this offense becomes dangerous. Josh Gordon would have been a temporary move. Roman Wilson is the future. But the conversation doesn't end there, because this story also exposes something deeper, something Steelers Nation needs to appreciate. The front office has been all in on finding the right offensive structure. They know what they need. They know what the modern NFL requires. They know that a true WR2 is no longer optional. It's essential. The Steelers have built a top-tier defensive front. They have built a physical offense. They have built a team that can win in rough weather, smash-mouth games, and playoff-style battles. Now, they're building the receiver room the same way, with purpose, with reliability, with long-term vision. And while fans love to imagine what could have been, the truth is that what is happening now matters far more. Roman Wilson stepping up at WR2, DK Metcalf leading the receiving corps, Arthur Smith stabilizing and expanding the offense, Pittsburgh developing playmakers instead of renting them. This is the identity of a team preparing not just for one season, but for years of contention. Josh Gordon's story is a reminder of how desperate the search once was. Roman Wilson's rise is a reminder that the future is bright. So, Steelers Nation, now it's your turn. Do you think Roman Wilson is the long-term answer at WR2 beside DK Metcalf? Do you believe the Steelers should continue searching in the offseason, or is the position finally solved? And what do you think about the revelation that Russell Wilson tried to bring Josh Gordon to Pittsburgh in 2024? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you believe in this team's future, and subscribe to Steelers Nation Wire for breakdowns, reactions, and deep-level analysis every day. The Steelers are building something real, something strong, something lasting. And this time, they're getting it right.